fulfill one of our requirements, which is damage to dump inside that chronosphere, right?
Yeah. So the issue that I had was I actually wanted to see some sort of hero like Axe, but part of the problem is you run into a weird situation where all of a sudden you have a melee core that doesn't get enabled through the chrono.
Yep.
And so it almost has to be some sort of range hero that can also dump damage in, like you said. Gyro fits that bill, and more importantly, he's a very fast tempo carry.
And it's definitely throwing Royal Never Give Up for quite the loop. You could see Lanem motioning to his head. I think he got in there a little bit.
I wonder if they could do something like, it's a bit too greedy actually, never mind. I was going to suggest something like a Morphling just because I see now Gyrocopter, I see Willow. You've got these dream targets as Aghanims, Morphling. If they do want to go for that, I think it's a bit greedy if RNG does actually go for something like that because they have Ember, and Ember Morphling feels a little bit just, I don't know. And whoa.
All right, well, there's your late game carry and the hard counter to the Storm Spirit, Blitz.
Oh. All right, so I traditionally hate playing against this hero, Storm, because at some point you will get caught out. It is an inevitability.
Fog, I mean, what do you think about this? Does RNG, have they just given themselves the late
together with that Crystal Maiden? And again, the big thing that we're going to have to watch for in those later stages is where do the Chronos lands? They're putting it all on Boxy as quick little stun goes out. RNG picking up 2 of those bounty runes. The run down for Flyby, trying to find the kill onto the Abba. Can they get first blood? Just barely outside of range, and they do manage to pick it up. Mickey drawing first blood.
Okay. So Alliance able to get that onto their carry. And also versus the offlaner too, so Flyby just, you know, not really feeling it at the beginning, and he's going to have some help from Lanem, but this isn't exactly a threatening lane, right, with like a Leshrac combo here. Leshrac and Abba, I'm not too concerned if I'm playing in that lane versus them.
No, truly not. Not a whole heck of a lot of kill potential.
Till the levels start stacking up, then we have some serious spam and harass. That can be annoying.
Fair enough, yeah. Well, Mickey up there with Insania as well. Insania already out of
I'm worried about that guy down there, though.
Uh-oh. Afu trying to run away. Does look like they're going to continue the pressure onto him, but should be able to just get the walk away. Although Boxy moves forward, goes for the body block, seeing if they can find the walk-off, but it's not quite going to be there. And Boxy instead is going to be the one taking a couple of pot shots as we get a short little pause there from Afu.
He's got to breathe after that, you know, got a little worried for a second. He's got a couple sound problems there, so.
Yeah. Well, one thing that I really wanted to touch on, and now that we have this little pause, Boxy has so often for this team been like that stalwart force in the middle of every...
We're so close back to the game. There she is. And if you forgot, Boxy just spent a lot trying to take down Afu. Afu now self back up. And Boxy, only 3 tangos left to his name, but Taiga is holding a self too.
So it does look like a lane setup that we haven't seen a whole heck of a lot of in the group stages leading up to it. The Faceless Void and the Dark Willow against AM and Shadow Demon. Kind of interesting draft all along the lines for Royal Never Give Up. They got the double save going on with Shadow Demon and the Abba.
Makes sense when the Void gets picked up so early too, right?
Yeah.
And a hero who, he was having a rise in popularity in terms of like the pub scene quite a bit over the past couple weeks, but still hasn't like really propelled fully into the position 1 that maybe some people were expecting after the last few weeks of pubs.
Definitely.
This is no surprise in the mid lane. The Quake for Storm Spirit Alliance specialty with the Crystal Maiden. Has man, tons of trays down there in that bottom lane. The battle of regen. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, oh, the timing there. Whoops. Bit of lag. I see a courier.
Oh my goodness.
I see a
behind the tower. Yeah.
And a split earth.
So I think that he does know that this courier is over in this direction. Lanem does.
If I had to guess, he was going for a split earth to break some trees so he can cut in and find this courier. So my assumption currently is that Alliance have not yet seen this Leshrac.
Right. Yeah.
And they have a feeling that he's in here, but he's going to try and find this courier by cutting some trees.
Okay.
He's got a haste rune too, so he might just get away with it.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they are going to be able to get in there and just sneak away that kill. Although they are,
I mean,
they did have a ward
fast though. Like, how do you stop him from just getting it? All right,
oh
will it live or will it die? Take your bets in the chat. Lanem's coming in. Oh, where's the courier? Oh, other tree line there, bud. Okay, now he's out. All right, courier lives. Congratulations to those who took a chance.
Yeah, they did have that ward there on the high rune, so maybe they spotted that, and that's why they moved back.
That's true. His way on in there all speedy like.
No. Well, still looking for some more punches here. Did not manage to buy a bash on the Void against Afu, although the Brambles are brought down. Afu is still walking away, though. and going to go for the disruption play. Can he juke it?
Play.
The juke? No.
It's like, do I try the next level? Or do I just go for it? And, well, he went for it.
Waste their time a little bit more. That's important. So up top, a lane that we haven't really talked about all that much. Continued farm, and Mickey's been able to get a pretty nice time so far, as well as the ABBA, 9-2 versus the 15-2. And with this wave pushing in, should make it a little bit better as well as they start trading off there in the mid. Quakefo right now a little bit ahead of that Ember Spirit.
Yeah, again, this top lane likely to just be rather chill, but it does offer possibilities for Lonum to make rotations. With an Ember in the mid lane, you never know whether it's going to be a Slight, a Bola, and then into a Split Earth with some additional damage. So Flyby, not really someone who needs full assistance all the time, as they will, constant harass between these teams. And that mid lane, again, it's one of those things where it's just, I'm going to farm, you're going to farm, I got a jungle, you got a jungle. Probably going to need some rotations unless you have that like perfect race to 6 moment where one of them's going to go for the kill on the other.
Right, of course.
And Rune's always going to be a big factor too.
Oh, Boxy again, trade hits. Monet thinking about going. Ooh.
Give him the dance.
Taiga's going to make this rotation. See what they can find. The pole being used now. Taiga not quite able to get there with the root to be walked into it. And now the stun coming out, but he is pretty close to his tower. The rotation is coming in with the TP from the Lesh, and as Lanham shows up, that might be the end of the gank.
Yeah, it goes right through that though. Woo, the jukes!
Dodge away, Taiga!
Oh yeah.
But it's not going to matter though, as the root comes through, and Fairy Fire trying to walk away. Another round of Bramble Mates, and he actually gets out. All right.
No way from Norway. Getting out. Yeah, that was, I tried to find something.
You know,
quite it. Lonum's back there again. He's like, maybe this time, as Taiga makes the walk too far away from him to grab though.
Now, a lot of movement towards that mid as Boxy is going to take another couple punches, but still 1 stick charges, and he's bringing in everything. So yeah, the courier was waiting off to the side for him.
That's the stressful one. If I had this courier, wouldn't have died. So he does manage to survive here.
Well, again, Quakeva forcing back Afu, and it looks like Bounty Runes will again be traded off. Oh, as Mickey making this move onto Flyby, still bringing him low, but not low enough to find the kill as of yet. The Edict doing a good chunk of damage there onto Mickey, but the bigger damage is now onto Lana.
Well, he also didn't go for the bounty for this too.
Oh, another dodge away. Mickey making these plays.
Yeah, very good reads there. Unfortunately for him, the wave is pushing in, so they get the kill, but they won't get the bounty rune. Flyby will take that as a consolation prize and essentially trade Lanham's life for it.
5 minutes in so far, we've got 3 kills to 0. And Alliance feeling pretty good. I mean, we're gonna have to watch and see. Monet just gets the blink back. Do you feel like either side has more pressure going on? Both of them have really good late game teams, it feels like.
I feel like this is just gonna be a classic best of one. Maybe someone's gonna take care of it in the first 20 or 30 minutes and really have a big lead, but to me, this looks like some game where everyone's gonna be very timid, kind of play it back, and we're going the distance.
Going the distance. Well, Afu gets stunned. Boxy too, though, in a little bit of trouble, and actually body blocked in. They get the disruption, and the banishment comes out. They find the kill. Too many stacks up there, Shadow Poison, and Void just played it a little bit too close.
Yeah, all this action happening here. Not a lot of time for stacks, unfortunately. For the Alliance side is one, of course, that we're going to care about because they have the Gyrocopter they're trying to get farmed up, and the Storm Spirit's always going to appreciate that too. But Anti-Mage, he's getting great lane farm, much like that Gyrocopter, but of course you'll trade equal farm on an AM than compared to a Gyro, I believe, for that wonderful timing on the Battle Fury.
No, definitely. And then just stay off map, allow other people to make moves for yourself. As they are bringing in Lanham. If they manage to find a disruption, this would be a pretty nice kill setup with the Split Earth after the disruption. But right now, Alliance still playing underneath their tower, not moving too far forward, and it looks like Lanham will not be able to find a kill with that movement bottom. Oh, double bash.
Jeez, he went for the triple. I don't know about that one.
This guy needs to go to the casino. He's getting a couple of them there. So yeah, level 6 right now on Monet. Gonna head over to the side of the shrine, pop it there, heal back up, come back into the lane again. And this is, again, the centerpiece of this RNG draft. The Anti-Mage is going to make it all work for them.
And he's going to keep Quakefo on his toes through the entire match. Any Storm Spirit player, that int already up to 700 and, sorry, mana pool up to 760. So You know the Manda Void's going to be rocking you. The nuclear explosion that can blow up your whole team.
And one thing that we haven't really, again, touched on too much, mainly just saying that the lane is going to be a trade-off, is Gyrocopter right now sitting top of the last hits, also top of the net worth, almost 1,000 gold ahead of that anti-mage at this point in time in the game, and going for the early drums feels like what that panel was talking about is going to be the case, where he wants to get active very, very early on. So we'll have to watch for that. Mouse doesn't work again. Not great, but let's see if Afu can get himself back under control here in a second.
It's all right. They got themselves some backups. You know, they're prepared. But so far, things relatively even. We're coming up on 8 minutes. It looks like rune control. Quick is going to go for the bot. And RNG looking to secure that top rune off, who wants his mouse in tip-top shape, just in case someone wants to contest him there. Full bottle for Quakefa, so would love to have it, but not so much for the regen or anything, but simply so he can make a play. As you heard Blitz say, I want to see him get an early power rune. I want to see him go for a kill. I want to see him pressure the anti-mage. I mean, look where he is. He's approaching the lane or the rune spot closest to the anti-mage. This is exactly the play that he wants to go for here. And they also should have the chrono very soon.
Yeah.
Not quite there, though, yeah. A little unfortunate, as they'd love to sync that up just to try and help ensure it.
I mean, we might even see Boxy just try and beat down this creep wave and then the next one that comes afterwards to get that level 6, if there's a good rune that shows up for Storm Spirit. Because obviously finding a kill on that AM at this early stage of the game would be top tier.
Yeah, he can just take his time with the rune, maybe go back to the jungle a little bit, wait. Once he sees that moment with the chrono, that is plenty of time to allow you to TP in. And frankly, they might just bring in the Gyrocopter too. The call down is on CD right now for another 35 seconds or so maybe he'll just chill and keep on farming. But call down, chrono, they go pretty well together.
Easy peasy. And we will have the restart now as well as we get back into this game. RNG versus Alliance. Will the dodge away from the stun a second time now, and Lanham just going to eat the dirt. Quakefa finds the kill with the Arcane Rune.
Okay, doesn't even need to pop it. Even better. And up top, Flyby has returned here. He just went all the way back to Fountain. It's currently holding the level 6, but it's going to put some harass onto Mickey, who is fresh out of regen, but Insania, of course, there to help him with the salve.
Well, and again, sort of this weird duality that we got going on in this game. Gyrocopter sitting top of the net worth, feeling like he's strong and in charge. Going to try and build up some of those quick fighting items, it looks like. And maybe they can try and hit this anti-mage before he really starts coming online.
Hey, even better than this, they'll just shrine right up there. So Insania is saying, all right, I think you're good. You head back up top. I'm going to peek mid a little bit, try and get the double stack off for you. And they're going to start trying to propel this storm. All right, we got the in-sync pulls coming out here. Mind you, while they're doing this, the rotation is coming up top. The smoked-up supports looking for that disruption in the Splitter with combo.
This could be the big moment right now. Mickey.
Yeah. All stacks successful, though. They got that.
You got to be really careful about this rotation. Mickey level 7, but Insania's going to run into him.
On Setsu.
Well done here. So they're going to make sure that they don't find the turnaround kill. Although, actually, they're going to turn and see if they can take down Flyby, but this is not going to be a rotation that works out that well. Meanwhile, Quakefa from the low ground hitting onto them. Setsu's here as well. They're in rather deep, but they are going to be able to find the stun. And then the follow-up kill on Afu. So a trade-off of the 5 positions. That's how it goes sometimes.
Yeah, even with the Arcane Rune, Quakefa knows they doesn't have enough to actually make something happen there. He's forced to retreat and go back to these camps, as you saw, like fully stacked up there. Very good stuff here for Quakefa. So he's got a little bit of an edge already on the Ember, but that's going to start to grow here.
Up top, yet again, they find the dive. Setsu going in, has the Aphotic Shield with the Flame Guard going simultaneously, and Boxy shows up, has the Chronosphere available. Does he want to drop it, though? He managed to land it just outside of range of Mickey.
What?
Boxy the player.
Oh, man. Mickey was like a pixel outside of that.
They find the stun, disruption to interrupt it, and now Flyby moving into position, trying to see if they can save a life, but finds the bat afterwards. Boxy chasing forward for this one, gets the stun, the follow-up coming in from Quakefa. He wants to kill him off, and in fact, they're going to be able to likely do it. Oh, the Brambles laid down again afterwards, and Lanham also under fire. 4 go dead. Alliance with the beautiful rotation.
Man, that first chrono is one that you usually don't even count on. You're just like, if I can kill the guy I'm laning against, that's a good chrono. It doesn't tend to be one that saves your position 1, because, you know, you're not playing out. Look at the damage he did! This is an off-lane void! He just kept on bashing people. I mean, you can't ask for anything more out of Boxy in this one. He's done enough.
Absolutely. Well, and you can see now he's caught back up ahead of where the Abaddon was in spite of that laning stage, which went a little bit worse, but the big rotation comes in with that Chronosphere. Now, I will mention that the combination of the Flame Guard and the Aphotic Shield is something that we saw a while ago. Quite strong, is just in maximum survivability and capable of dishing out a ton of damage. Just means that this Ember can go super ham.
Yes, it is a lot of magic damage from Alliance, especially until like much later into the game. But at the same time, between the disruptions, the Flame Guard, the Aphotic Shield, there is still an opportunity for Alliance to be able to bring him down with these well-placed Chronos from Boxy. But expect Setsu to have an extremely good match.
We see Insania there just throwing out a freezing field, because why not? The Gyrocopter was also helping to clear out the camps while all that was happening. So right now sitting at 4,500 net worth. The thing is, you've got to transition this into objectives afterwards for Alliance.
Yeah, despite all what happened up top, right? I mean, they're the ones who have lost the Tier 1 tower. Their mid-tier one's being hit by Catapult there from RNG, though, so at least they got that going for themselves on Alliance, but they are still down a tower as Boxy tries to create space in the bottom lane.
Keeping that pressure on. Obviously, very maneuverable hero, capable of escaping if somebody comes down there to mess with him. And it does look like it's going to be Setsu that shows up. Boxy does have Chronosphere back off cooldown in a couple of seconds, but they would need a big rotation to make anything really worth it. And he's just going to back away.
Dance away.
Dance away,
yeah, not just back.
How dare I?
Mickey is under vision here. You can see Afu just kind of leeching nearby, looking for a bit of free XP as he sees Alliance clearing things out here. But Insania, he's got 4 sentries, so you can say goodbye to this Observer. Very surprised if he were to miss this one. And there it goes.
No one exactly what was going on. Afu still wants to soak up some of that experience. Gets level 6 off of it. So we'll have access to his ultimate.
Oh, they've got the Purge, though, and they're still playing very aggressively with
down
this
bottom.
ABBA.
They're looking for Setsu, and they're just going to go for the Chrono again. Well played by Boxy, as that one is just going to be a quick and easy kill. Oh, onto Setsu. No! The turnaround! Are you kidding me? He finds them both. Lanham! Oh, Lanham! The fear up top, they find a turn.
It costs, you can see Alliance at the same time in tandem movement. They start going for flyby, and Lana and Afu are just like, sorry, dude. We gotta hit the guy up down bottom. This is all Setsu. You're the ABBA. Beautiful save coming out here, and we get essentially the reverse play now from RNG. Oh, saving Private Mickey and saving General Setsu.
God, we can only hope to be as good at Dota when we're as old as Lanham. Actually, we're probably older than him. Now I'm talking about that. But still, the veteran making it happen on the big stage in the best of one. And Setsu just going to back out now after the Cursed Crown lands on him. God, you love to see that stuff.
Yeah, and we've kind of evened out here. I mean, kills, don't worry about kills. Early game kills, they mean pretty much nothing these days, guys. It does give you a slight XP lead, I will say that. That just went from like 4K to 2K now for Alliance. But aside from that, we get pretty even on the gold, and we have that Anti-Mage so close to his Battle Fury. But that's a lot of stacks. Yeah. Alliance are very good at this.
Alliance have been super solid about keeping these stacks up, and obviously great heroes to clear through them, to build up that advantage, and obviously also get those supports, the gold that they desperately need. So right now, 1,000 gold lead. And Monet still not quite at his Battle Fury. He's getting close to it.
Yeah, speaking of farm and stuff, Lanham has an Atos nearly complete. He's only 100 gold away. So trying to maybe catch Koikba off guard this early in the game, also helpful versus maybe this Dark Willow, just setting up for his own split earth, especially when we're skirmishing so much.
Throw out the missile at the start. Koikba is rooted over to the side and doesn't have a big enough mana pool to really join that fight if it were to happen. So yeah, they're going to back out. Well, again, a little bit of a lull as we get ready for the bounty runes. We'll see if there are any fights for them. As already the ABBA is set up on the top side. Boxy picks up 1, Monet gets the other, and RNG gonna get 3 out of 4.
Yeah, almost looked like Alliance were more so hopeful for the mid runes or something there, but I believe Setsu snagged one up too. So not a whole lot there at the 15-minute mark for the boys on the Dire side, but they're gonna smoke up and try and make use of another Chrono, as well as take this tower. So we'll see if RNG get the correct read. It looks like Mane is long gone. The guy's already back at his own ancient area, now farming up, stack, and again, just getting so close to that Battle Fury. Flyby gonna keep pressuring into the top, so should be a pretty quick push here from Mickey. They're still deciding to keep everyone else hidden, but RNG, they've kind of figured it out.
But RNG, they're gonna make that rotation bottom, it looks like.
Ooh, okay. Maybe Lanham really wants us with the Atos. And that's Taiga.
Oh, breaks it, goes into the Shadow Realm, gets the Curse Crown off as well. Setsu in a little bit of trouble. Boxy could think about chasing for this one, but they're underneath a ward. Got to be careful. They've already found Koikba. He's disrupted. Boxy needs to make the Coil perfect, and he does it yet again. The Terrorize comes out. Boxy making the plays with the insane ulti on top of all of it. He ran into the root. Setsu under control, but do they have enough damage? Boxy turning now on to Setsu, tries to find a kill. Another round of the Sleight of Fist, and they have to back away. Trade-off already, but now Mickey, the big bad boss, has shown up. Wants to run down Flyby, but I'm not sure if he's going to be able to get it. The big win in all of this, though, was Stormsphere able to escape.
I'm sorry, I'm a little confused. I thought RNG had the saving here. I thought it was the ABBA and the disruption from the Shadow Demon that's supposed to keep your cores alive, because this purple guy over here seems to keep chronoing everyone to keep them up.
Unbelievable. Yeah, Boxy has been playing his heart out here, going for the early hood as well to keep staying alive that much longer. But yeah, a couple rounds of it, gets it just in time, and Storm Spirit able to escape.
Yeah, a bit of a difficult rotation there for RNG. They're moving it at nighttime. You saw their smoke popped, and then he wasn't able to get the first Atos onto the Dark Willow, but it worked out because then he helped lock down Koikba for this, and then Boxy. Take your time, RNG. I can watch this all day.
Very, very impressive showing. Yeah, and a couple of rounds there running into the brambles while it was all happening. Very impressive showing from Alliance, and most definitely Boxy there. And Mika, you can see, just a little bit late to the party, but still making it work.
Yeah, yes, Boxy. You can just see it. Yeah.
Stuff.
Needed the big save there, but there was a lot of questions about what his build would be, right? On the Faceless Void. The last time we saw the hero, there was like Vlad's and sometimes Blink. Shadowblade was very popular. He's gone for the survivability and that hood first, and now he's thinking about a Manta because he has to deal with the root from the Ember as well as that Atos now too. So quite a few good options for it. And then really, if you feel like this game's going along, which I have a feeling that they're probably thinking, you're going to get yourself the talents eventually for the mobility too.
All right, well, we do have some information. They are going to be swapping out that computer, but we do still have a lot of things that we can talk about in this match, because to me at least, you look at this series so far, I mean, so 16.5 minutes in, 5 to 12, 1,000 gold lead, and again, just to reorient everybody into what happened, there was a very big fight. Boxy was able to save the Storm Spirit with a Chronosphere, and now we're waiting again for that spell to be back up as Setsu's pushing up this top lane.
And we're just about into the Battle Fury. About 300 gold or so here now from Monet. So things looking kind of according to plan for both teams. We're essentially just waiting on that next Chrono before you're likely to see Alliance do all too much. And meanwhile, Flyby, he's looking to push things a little bit here. Whoa, Dota plus.
This is what I love about Flyby, and also just Abaddon in general. You're willing to run up there. If you happen to get caught out a little bit, you just got this natural escape mechanism, robotic shield if you get rooted, you got borrowed time if you get caught somewhere. So it's a nice, less stressful hero to play in these stressful times of the lower bracket best of ones.
I mean, he's fishing for a big one here. Really baiting. Chucking some chum in the water, because he's got a couple of chums in the trees next to him. Afu and Lana looking for the setup for the kill, but no one's biting.
Ever since you had a kid,
rough day.
You've done way more dad jokes.
It came in the mail, actually, the very next day. It was incredible.
All right, Battle Fury done, 18 minutes. A little bit on the later side, but he also went for a lot of those smaller items beforehand. And Lanham scouting out Taiga here. He's underneath a ward, and there's the reveal of the Ados Splitter. Afterwards, chase down. Can they get the kill? I think that the answer is yes. One more hit. There it is.
That Edict is just brutal versus the Dark Willow. Maxed out from Lanham. And I did see at the same time, though, Afu was off on the other side of the map getting a triple stack on the Ancients, because finally he's like, all right, my aim's got Battle Fury. It's my turn to show Alliance why stacking is good. And Shadow Demon, one of the best in getting those multiple camps at once. He needs this guy to catch up to this Gyrocopter and accelerate way past him.
And he has a lot of time to do it still, as there is still 2 Tier 1 towers remaining for Royal Never Give Up, the mid as well as up top, which makes the map control for RNG that much more accentuated.
Koikba is going for a little play down here. He's been camping by the wave, hanging out, but Lanham's coming in here too, so just be a bit cautious. I think he was just revealed there, so Koikba might want to get out of here. No, he's good.
Well, in the meantime, they also take down the wards, so a little bit of extra vision and security blanket there.
Meanwhile, Monet and Boxy are just laughing and denying in front of each other.
Oh, they have the rotations coming in, though. Got to be careful. Storm Spirit there, as well as the CM gets the Chronosphere, has to zip to the other side. Koikfa able to catch Monet. It is going to be able to get the kill. Not there in time. They get the kill.
Did he just run over and bash him?
I think that he did. Boxy Dota, man.
All right, well, kill was secured. A bit risky there. I wasn't sure if they'd be able to finish off Monet. But yeah, he is really feeling it today. At the same time, in the mid lane, Nicky does get a tower, but there's a couple of scary heroes here. It's gonna pop that.
Random, you gotta run, my man. As the chase down comes, the BKB reveal. Are they gonna be there in time? No. Flyby shows up, and now Mickey is BKB wearing off. He's in a little bit of trouble. He's rooted, he's caught, but Koikfa shows up. The splitter lands as soon as they come in. Random with the double kill.
Had some vision of him coming too, maybe helping a little bit there, but Lanham, big necessary turnaround after leaving or losing your anti-mage. He has really been doing a lot here. 4, 4, and 3. He's been involved in a couple of the deaths, but also 7 of the 8 kills. And when you go Atos Leshrac, you better be getting involved here. And he is the push. He's probably the best pusher in this entire game. And we'll help secure that mid tower there with the final hit. Going for a mech for the team too. Man, he is fire.
He has had a fabulous game so far. As another round comes out, looks like Taiga's going to be able to escape. Setsu couldn't get any way to interrupt that one. So a nice little getaway there. But yeah, the slow, steady farm of Monet continues to grow. Likewise, the Gyrocopter staying ahead. This is something that's probably going to start to fall off as time goes on.
Well, especially, yeah, when they both die like that, it's just, you know, we just stall for a second, but of course, yeah, unless they keep the stacks up like crazy, Monet is likely to start accelerating a little bit faster. The only thing that might slow down Monet is the fact that he has an Ember on his team, who is someone that can also be on these side lanes at the same time. So maybe you're not getting as much of that, like, one true carry on your team as you often do in anti-mage games.
Yeah, and on the
side, smoked up down bottom. They want Setsu.
This is a hard kill to get, though. Taiga moves in. They pull him back into the Bramble Maze, terrorize afterward, and that's more than enough damage. As Alliance find the pickoff on the Setsu. And again, the thing that's tough about that is Setsu's going for this build, which is very defensive by nature. Yule Scepter drums, and he's still dying.
Yeah, that's not good. If you're going for that, you can't be going down. You need those remnants placed back. Have to be thinking defensively, but not quick enough on that one. I mean, that looked like Koikfa had an Orchid already.
Yeah.
To be able to get that.
Well, very impressive pickoff there by Alliance. And you need to find some answers now for Royal Never Give Up. Feels like the main answer. Ooh, that's a juicy stack. My goodness.
Okay, well, that's one way to keep your gyro in contention here for the top.
Look at this guy. This is going to be a lot of gold. So let's see, 11,400 when he starts it all. We'll see what he ends at. If he can even end it in this round.
I was going to say, it's going to take a little bit of time here. The guy went BKB first, but it's okay. Yeah. He's heading back to the butterfly after.
On the other side of the map, it looks like there's going to be a smoke up coming from Royal Never Give Up. A lot of the gyro spells will be on cooldown.
Yeah, he is not going to be available unless he like pops the Shrine of TV stop.
Oh, Boxy needs to jump, gets away for the moment, and not able to find there with the slight chain. Setsu wants to get Insania, but Boxy's already away. If they get this kill on CM, I think that they're more than happy with the space created as Insania walking and finding the kill.
Man, they were really close to getting Boxy. The Shadow Poison almost caught him in the tree line there.
Oh, Boxy actually still in the jungle. And they're thinking about chasing this guy. Does have Time Walk available.
Yeah, the follow-up's a little bit difficult for them, though.
So another tower taken by RNG as they clear off that other tier 2 tower.
Oh, I'm a bit worried for Alliance, I have to say. I think that RNG have a bit of a window here. The one big option for them is definitely Koikfa, no doubt. He just finished the Orchid, right? So he's 7-2-1. He wants to keep playing aggressively. He wants to try and focus on someone who can't really help themselves, like the Shadow Demon or the Leshrac. Pick them off instantaneously, create a good fight out of that.
But the thing that we have to keep in mind is that Manta Style just completed as the Orchid is done. Setsu has a Yule Scepter as well, so Koikfa gonna go for the zip TP away play.
And I'm worried, right? Because I think that's his game until he has BKB.
Right.
It is very worrisome.
And there are some other heroes across the map, but Lenham could even go for a Guardian Greaves if you wanted to in this game, just to have that Dispel for the Orchid.
Yeah, I think he's going to.
Because right
definitely the play, yeah.
He's just that sort of big pot of, oh, jump forward, silence. pull back in. This is going to be an ulti pop afterwards for Flyby, as he's going to get it caught down there, and now the rundown happens after the fact. Flyby in some trouble and is going to hit the ground.
Good grab there for Alliance. It takes a lot to get him. You know, he's trying to play aggressively and try and scout things out there, but that will end up just being a bit of free gold over to the side of Alliance and helping Koifa get towards that BKB, which he so desperately needs.
Smoke up coming now as we get close to the bounty runes. They have an inkling that Monet might be in the area. Oh god, if he blinks aggressively right now, they already have it on him. The chase down coming, but the pull, good counter spell. And that's going to keep Monet from being in too much trouble, and also going to throw the missile back at him, because why not? Are they going to try and go for something when this missile hits?
I think they were hoping to just be set up for the defensive play. Oh, there we go.
Root that jump forward, he gets him!
All right, there it is. You always get at least one. That is for sure. Mickey playing it ultra safe with the BKB while he's on the run here, but it's actually running low.
And it's going to be a Yule Scepter lift up afterwards. Can they get bodies here to defend Mickey? It's not looking like it so far. Another round of the Mrs. Force staff, keeping him alive for now. Insania, he's got to protect his carry, but it's not going to happen in time. Can they do it? Mickey's going to go down, and they're going to take down the CM as well. RNG get freed. Can they get anything else in turn for this? The fear is there.
Oh, this is a tight chrono if he wants the Bedlam damage.
Oh, he's got to get it in time, but it's really hard. The bash comes through as well. Time dilation, but Taiga not able to get into range for any of the damage. The disruption is there afterwards. Monet facing forward. Boxy has to jump away, and they can't get anything even with the chrono.
Needed to take their lumps on that one, I think. Trying to go for the return save. Maybe didn't have a full read of the situation, wasn't aware there were still so many supports in the area. We know they have so many saves for the chrono. You need the full team to make it useful. And what you've done to your team now is you've just put 130 seconds of, yeah, we don't really want to fight.
And as we were talking about, actually as the draft panel was talking about, Blitz was saying that one free kill, you can't afford to give it away to the anti-mage.
I mean, they gave one on the Storm and then one on the Gyro right after. I mean, that's rough for Mickey because he was basically playing it as safe as he could, but he popped it a little bit too early, and they're willing to go right to the steps of your base for the kills.
And showing again the strength of these teams and a little bit of worry on the face of the young Alliance players. So we get back into the live game right now. Needing to find some kills, but again, with all of this save that RNG has, the Orchid's just becoming less and less valuable. It feels like it's going to need to depend upon this Gyrocopter and Void to sync up together for that maximum damage.
Yeah, Mickey. Up to the Butterfly at the very least, though, right? So trying to stay alive versus Anti-Mage, but he does have the Basher fully finished. So he's going to be double luck there, right? First I got to hit him, then I got to bash him. But just a single, one touch can so easily set up for Lano Setsu to follow up there. And even, I mean, the Shadow even Afu, right? I mean, this guy's up to level 12.
Yeah.
Damage starts coming through there with the Purge.
Well, and it's such a scary thing, too, because for RNG, there's a lot of very easy save. For Alliance, it's kind of a little bit more of a skill game. You have to hit like a crazy chrono that just barely keeps your carry off of the edge of it, or you have to get a Terrorize, which has a little bit of that build-up cast point on it. Neither of which is quite as good. Boxy actually going to try and play a little bit of mind games here with RNG, but they're not falling for it on the other side of the map completely. In the meantime, though, Koifa doing what he can for his team, cutting waves.
Yeah, and they're still sticking around that top one there. Setsu does make his appearance here as well. Perhaps thinking to his team, like, what do you guys think? Can we do this? But some lingering vision from Alliance to spot that Afu's rotating over, so they should have an idea of what's going on. They do have Chrono, though.
And a Shadow Blade on Void to boot.
Yeah.
Okay. Looking for it. The Atos is there. Split Earth afterwards. Taiga up on the high ground. Throws out the Curse Crown.
Jeez, they had no idea how alone he was there for a moment, right? I mean, they can't see. They think that Boxy's surely right here. He could be in the tree line to our left. You never know. But he was falling back a little bit there just for a Shadow Blade. Now he's falling all the way back down to the bottom lane. Going to try and push things out here. Don't see their moment yet. He's going to Shadow Blade in, but he needs more friends than this. And Koifa, he's got an Arcane Rune. He might make the big long zip, but no. Mane's out of there.
Smelling the potential gank coming his way and able to back out of there in time.
This is a tough part of the game for Boxy, though, right? He just got the Shadow Blade. He wants to make plays, but he has to stay off the map, but he also wants to keep farming.
Oh, and they realize that Mickey is over in the area here. He might have an inkling that they're nearby as well. BKB still available as Setsu going to try and chase him down, but will not be able to find the pesky gyrocopter, who is becoming a larger and larger physical damage problem for RNG. And Boxy going to look forward for it, finds Flyby, chasing forward. Do they find an opening? Doesn't look like it. Don't want to use that Chronosphere on just the Abaddon. Although I feel like it's getting close to the point where just because of the damage that Len M does, you might be willing to drop it on him, +1.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. I mean, you're also at the point now where the Aetherland's going to be finished. I think it is actually finished. No, not quite yet for Afu, but once you get there, right, you almost feel like you have to Chrono the Shadow Demon, or it's pointless. So he's more likely to be that +1 person. Boxy guarding the bounty run with the Shadow Blade.
Oh my goodness. Not really afraid. Oh, jump forward, finds the Chronosphere. It's immediately there onto both of them. One of the save and one of the damage. Can they kill off this Abba though? Borrow time's gonna come out. Now the walk away. The chase forward coming. Koikfa, good disruption, gonna keep him alive for now, but Flyby also in trouble. Yule Scepter lift up, the terrorize afterwards. They hit it Nova. Monet able to dodge away from it. They didn't quite get it in time. Koikfa still chasing forward. Has to be careful about the anti-mage jump forward and finding that mana void. It looks like that's gonna be the end of the battle.
Another root onto him, but yeah, with the cooldown should be fine. Jeez, putting the faith in the team there. Koikfa diving deep. Hit the Invis rune, so a little bit of protection to try and guard himself against the big mana void. And those 2 kills, that is going to get Alliance into the pit here and feeling confident. They don't have the Chrono, but RNG, they don't really see the possibility to fight it. And this is something that they needed so desperately. Again, Blitz the Prophet there. Get themselves an Aegis, and maybe this game can go a little bit better for Alliance. It's going to be both the gold as well as the protection of the BKB for Koikfa. They give it to Mickey though.
Interesting.
Koikfa's saying, I'm getting my BKB.
Okay.
We need you.
Triple remnant forward.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Whew.
Trying to force out a BKB there. Kind of interesting, the Faceless Void going all left side talent, so the survivability ones, not even worried about any of the damage. At this point in time in the game, he's mainly that Chronosphere walking.
I mean, that's what he's been picked for too, right?
Yeah. A little bit of time dilation thrown in there, because why not? It's a fun spell. So 31 minutes in, still 1,000 gold lead, and Trent, as you talked about, very much going the distance is the feel of this game.
I love best ones like this. This is
so
what
good.
You need, right? I don't want some over and done with sort of deal. I want both teams to, you know, I don't need a no rush 20 minutes sort of a deal, which is kind of what we have, where everyone's just getting their items and getting to play their heroes, and who knows who's gonna win. But it is a lot of fun getting to see heroes played at their full potential, right? And seeing the tense moments in these team fights. I mean, how many times have we seen Mickey's face now, where he just looks like so worried on these player cams? That's what I want, you know? You gotta enjoy this. Painfully, but you know, pain comes the big glory of victory.
Oh yeah. Ooh, and Silver Edge is going to be the pickup for the Void afterwards. So if you can manage to get the break onto the Abba and also silence him, then you've got the ability to kill him without ulti going off.
Of course, the AM also would be lovely, but Silver Edge is kind of a weird item for me too, because how often are you going to be able to actually make use of it? And but yeah, you got to upgrade the slot anyway, right?
Yeah.
Gives a 6-second better cooldown.
So other thing to keep our eyes on here with the BKB done for Koikfa, he's still going to have to worry about that Abyssal Blade that's coming out on the anti-mage and is completed at this point in time. So Monet,
he's always one ahead.
Yeah.
Right? Every time Koikfa's like, okay, I figured it out. He's like, oh, now I've got Abyss.
He's going to be in one ahead, jump forward, trying to find it. The Chronosphere, is it going to land? Can they get it in time? He's going to be able to find the back and then jump forward for the kill. They blow up the Faceless Void, no buyback. They can't get back into this fight. They need to escape. Alliance need to run. Mickey going to throw out that missile, taken down immediately. Setsu finds the root onto both of them. They're keeping Len M out of this fight, but Mickey going to pop the BKB. He decides he needs to fight right now, and the fear comes out, able to dodge away from it though. Setsu lives through it. Koikfa trying to turn onto this Ember. Can they kill him off in time though? It's not looking like it's going to happen, and Monet is in the fight as well. They find Mickey, and they kill him off through that Aegis. Round 2 in just a second, and I think that this is going to be another death for the Gyrocopter. RNG, can they do it? Yes, indeedy duty, they came to play. One more because it's going in the books. Taiga goes down as well.
The chase is just absurd once you have the Aghanim Scepter onto the Ember Spirit, as well as the survivability. So hard to bring him down, even those moments where it looks so good. Now pushing towards high ground.
I mean, look at the situation. They don't have buyback on these cores. They do have Chronosphere once they're all up and online, but at this point in time, it's so tough. Good Shadow Realm away, saving a life for a moment. Stun is on the illusion, so they don't need to be that worried about it. With Chrono back up again, it feels like this is at the very least one set of racks, but can they go for another?
They do have the Chrono, but they also don't have the most damage. Feels like a safe best of one decision will be to back. We'll see what RNG thinks.
Now Boxy walks in, no! He gets caught, he gets the missile! Boxy trying to run away. That's so scary right now for Alliance. They have to get out with everybody else. Woo! And the jump coming in, long range, but does not want to fully commit on that one. So Alliance do go down a set of racks, and RNG going to take full advantage by trying to clear off these shrines.
Yeah, I like the immediate move for the shrine too. They're not showing any fear because they know if the gyro is still down. Alliance, they don't want to take this fight. If they're not taking on their high ground, they're not coming right now until Mickey is going to be returned to us. So get that shrine and make sure that we've secured ourselves the best possible positioning for that next Roche.
35 minutes, bounty runes to be picked up now as well. And the butterfly completed for Monet.
The guy's almost level 25 as well.
Oh man, that opens up a whole new avenue of pain when you bring down that Mana Void cooldown by 50 seconds.
I hope not, but maybe.
Maybe. Turn back around, the pull coming through, Flyby. Going to be caught here, but needs to be careful. Help is coming through. Flyby trying to walk away, stunned for the moment. Chase forward for more. Boxy pops the Manta, looking for that Chronosphere, but doesn't drop it yet. He has to use it on Monet. He can't afford to.
He doesn't know where.
Flyby, he's going to go down, as it looks like they have finally caught him out. So Alliance pick up a key kill there in the ABBA.
Couldn't quite get the grab on Setsu. And what a timing to do this as well from Alliance. This is huge. This is getting them map presence and control as we're heading towards that Roche. It's still going to be 3 minutes away before the possibility of the spawn, but I mean, this is wards right now. Yeah. This is something you have to take advantage of if you're one of these supports. Unfortunately, I don't think they have any with them. So finally getting in here and not going to be able to leave anything behind. Their one observer they planted is on top of a sentry in the river.
Scary stuff. Boxy jumping forward, wants to find that Chrono, but he gets caught. Is it going to be good? Blandham going to go down without having to use the Chrono, it looks like, but disruption comes. And it looks like the chase away. They're fine for the moment. Boxy backs out, able to escape. Monet's crazy. Jumps into the middle of it. Now he's caught. Monet, what have you done? They don't have the ability to save either. They've got him caught. Can they kill him off in time? It's so much damage coming out, and he is going to go down. No buyback for the anti-mage. Flyby also caught. Alliance, they have to go right now. The buyback comes from the Shadow Demon, and they're trying to see if they can keep this pressure going. You'll Scepter lift up. Are they going to be able to find Setsu here? The root it lands. Immediately taken off with the Lotus Orb, still getting the chase away, and Boxy trying to find himself a little bit more. Jump forward coming from Poikba, able to find that kill as well. Buyback coming from the left. This is huge for Alliance. Soul Catcher, can they kill these heroes off? Are Alliance going to go in fully for this tier 3?
They got to temper themselves here. They're way out of resources. Storm's got nothing left in the tank. He needs some runes. Everyone back and push the lanes. They got a huge win. I can't believe he took the Mana Void cooldown. I really thought he was going to take the magic resistance. It's like all magic this game.
All right.
He really wants to get Koikfa, but they got him.
And look at the swing. 5,700 gold, 9,000 experience. This game has just blown completely wide open. I mean, honestly.
Tiger's going to be level 20 as well. Everything's starting to stack up. He might get the Bramble cooldown. Pretty much everyone does. That gets pretty ridiculous, and yeah, he does instantly. Don't even have time to see it pop up there. There we go.
You look at that swing back, yeah, it was a significant lead for RNG, and now back into the favor, almost there, of Alliance. They're getting closer and closer.
I mean, they're still down to racks.
Yes.
So RNG,
oh my God, look at that graph.
They gotta relax. All right, think about it. Listen, we saw very good heroes. We have good matchups here. We're not far behind really, but you can see that it's not just like whatever the swing is in the team fight, right? That's not actually the true goal, because what ends up happening is that Animage just died for 70 seconds, which means he wasn't touching lanes. So you're getting control over to Alliance. He's not touching any camps. He's not gaining any gold. So you get way more out of it than what you see in a team fight recap.
Well, Monet probably going to be a little bit more trepidatious with his jumps forward, as they did catch him.
He managed to find himself like the only place he couldn't be saved. And Afu going to try and keep himself a little bit closer to his boy now.
And Boxy to be able to get that Chronos.
They are really close though. I mean, that's a little nerve-wracking.
Boxy, he's right nearby. Got to be careful. Chrono's up.
And they have an Observer Sentry combo here in the mid lane.
Yeah, so they realize that Boxy's there in biz, and they're going to play it safe now. Back out afterwards. But yeah, the ability to get that Chronosphere off without catching any of his teammates either.
and putting it so far back behind Monet too, right? That's always a good sign of a quality Void player, is that they're putting their opponent right on the peak edges to help protect against those heroes they're trying to save. Of course, the Universe Classic.
MKB coming out for Gyrocopter after the Satanic. I mean, he's getting big. He's getting real big. Alliance getting the items that they need. And there always is this factor that comes about with anti-mage drafts sometimes where he eventually does top out. How close do you think we're getting to that point where it's starting to become more difficult for him?
He's got room to grow, right?
He's got
a Wraith Band in there. Be working with some mages and stuff. I mean, Gyro as well, as you're saying, it's kind of reaching that same point too, but I'm looking beyond those two because, you know, those guys are the story of the whole game. So the question is, what is everyone else in your team doing? How are they growing from there? And to me, I'm looking at how, like, Taiga can just have such a big impact in these team fights now, right? Like, one Terrorize catching out someone who didn't pop their BKB or someone who doesn't have one yet still, like Setsu, because he is saving buyback, perhaps after seeing what happened on A, to ensure his team. And there we go. So does he have enough for the buyback? No, he doesn't, actually. So yeah, he's got 350 gold.
That's 100 gold away. He'll be there.
All right, he got some more. We'll be fine.
But getting ready for that next Roche fight, and as you can see on that timer, about a minute away before it will respawn.
I see Boxy's opted back for the BKB in his quick buy. I'm very curious. He was looking at Lincoln's after he got abyssal twice. But there we go. He buys out now.
Oh my goodness.
On the Faceless Void, all or nothing on this next team fight. Buybacks for the Dire. It is only Koikba, and no one is particularly close. Maybe Insania is going to have one. So if we get a Roche engagement, Alliance aren't coming back. They don't have the Shrine though, right? So they know that they can't be there in time. It's more likely you're going to be valuable with this BKB rather than your buyback because it's going to take you forever to get back into this fight. Separated
a little bit, but Monet is on the low ground. And do they decide to go for it?
Oh god.
Yeah, you got to get out of there.
There's no friends for the damage. It's who you want, but you won't be able to bring them down. You can't see the saving graces afterwards, so pick your right moment, Alliance. You might only get one.
41 minutes in and Roche has respawned. Round 2 for this one, so Cheese will be there as well. And with a 2,000 gold lead, but no Shrine, it does feel like RNG is going to be the team that will be more favored in this. And as you mentioned, Alliance trying to make up for that by getting those valuable items early and often. Now Alliance, they're actually just walking in. And Lanham sees this. Boxy is nearby. Oh, Monet.
That was instant.
They have the missile. They know Boxy jumps forward, gets the catch on both of them. That's the save hero, but no, the disruption, the secondary save is there afterwards. They have the long duration Terrorize, jumping forward, trying to find the kill. Can they bring him down in time? The pullback comes, and they bring him down. Buyback comes from Monet, though. They gotta be careful.
They're out of everything.
Gotta run, gotta hide, gotta see if they can escape, but it won't happen for at least the Dark Willow, and looking like Insania is also in the grave. As RNG take control of this map with the buyback coming from Monet.
The ultimate counter to
they found him! The missile blade, they got him caught, he's out of mana! Gyrocopter in trouble, Boxy able to escape, but maybe not so lucky for Mickey. He's trying to get out of here. Satanic has already popped, everything has already been used. Koikba trying to buy some space for his carry. Is it gonna happen? He's not getting out of there either!
Woo! Setsu!
And RNG feeling the moment coming around them. It's only the Storm Spear and the Void. They're going straight for the tier 4 towers. Boxy does not have anything left in the tank. They have to make miracles happen. They want to keep their TI run alive, but it's looking like RNG are going to be able to do it as they run for the tier 4 towers and making this crowd happy. Crystal Maiden is back up again, but they need everything and a little bit more. Alliance still trying to hold on, but RNG, GG is going to be called as they take it.
43 minutes into the game, we have ourselves a match where both sides really, they had their chance, right? They had their game plan, things started to come online. Obviously the disappointment here for Alliance, but you have to be proud as to how far you've made it in this tournament. It's brutal. It's the best Dota teams of the year, but RNG proved that